Hello, on Scat here. We're playing Pokemon Violet. We're on the way exploring the Great Crater of Paldea. We just unlocked all the 4 different locks on the main door, so we're almost at the center or the lowest point of Area 0 to meet up with Professor Turo. And that is where we're headed next. There was definitely something over with the professor. Okay, so throughout the story they have those moments where they talk to each other and the text goes a bit too fast automatically. So you can read it, but I cannot read it out loud. So this time they were talking about the phone call we had in the previous video that was sounded a little bit off, like something didn't feel right. We already caught that Pokemon. There's a future one, Iron Jubilus. I don't know how to pronounce it. We got already in Gambite and Gibbles, and that one that's Iron Bundle. We got that one, the final evolution of the final evolution of Nakli, the tiny stone rock type Pokemon. We already got Delibird Iron Bundle. But yeah, let's see. It was an ice and flying type, if I remember correctly. Oh. So let's go further onwards. No. So all the Pokemon are around level 60. And to have passed the stuff like the Pokemon League and defeating Yoma and Kita and Arven. At this point in the story, the Pokemon should be at least around 60. Or you have a few very strong Pokemon, because otherwise you probably might not have made it. So we already opened the last of the 4 research stations to unlock the door of the lab in the lowest part of Area 0. So we're headed for that. And if I don't fall off like I did in Pokemon Scarlet, I should be able to find quite quickly the main entrance of the lab. Because in Pokemon Zero I fell off and we landed on the lowest point, but we needed to find the the entrance to the lab, and I couldn't find it, and when we did found it, it was quite clearly the entrance of the lab. But yeah, I thought it would look the same with all the research centers, and it did not. Because that is the door, and I fell somewhere besides it, so basically nowhere near it. Okay, I will a few minutes look around for items, and yes, you can later on explore stuff again, but I just want to check it for now. So if you played it in Pokemon Scarlet, you will finally find that Pokemon, Glimora and Glimmet. Two Pokemon evolutions. You will also find Gibble, Gabite, as well as a dinosaur Pokemon, the one that was called Iron Jugulius, but then not a future version, but a normal version, and a lot of ghost type Pokemon Misdreavus. So yeah, all those crystals are the Terra crystals. So what makes it happen to terrestrialize everything? There is the lab with the penguin logo. Have we finally reached the deepest part? You made it! Ready to see if those legends of treasure down here are for real? Yeah, right. That's just fluff to write to fill the textbooks. Hello, children. You have done well to make it here. The structure you see before you is the Zero Lab. That's where you are, right, Professor? But wait, why does it look like the whole place is being swallowed up by crystals? The crystals here in Area Zero possess a particular energy. This energy can alter the functions of living things and optimize the performance of machinery. It is the same energy that allows Pokemon to terrestrialize. So, this entire building been terrestrialized? Is that what you're saying? Don't be silly, Arven. The professor implied something important about Terra Orbs just now. They're made from the crystals down here in Area Zero, aren't they? Indeed, though not many know it. Since you have disabled all 4 locks, the gate to Zero Lab should now open for you. But once you open the gate, you will quickly be confronted with dangerous Pokemon inside. They will likely make a break for freedom. With the 4 of you working together, you should be able to best them. Prepare yourself when you open the gate. You got me, and you. Doesn't matter what we're up against, we'll be fine. Well then, that puts all my worries to rest. Okay. Let's find out the Pokemon that will come through the door. Hold it. Why? We're finally on the cusp of getting into the lab. Look, if it's true that a bunch of really dangerous Pokemon made come at us, then shouldn't we also have Miraidon help? Yeah, if Miraidon were like how we first saw it in Inlet Grotto, that'd be a huge help. I wanna see it battle. But it hasn't even want to let us ride it ever since we came down to Area Zero. And it can't enter its battle form in the first place. But it's really strong, I know it is. It ate all those Herba Mystica we found, too. When it really matters, I'm sure it will fight. And Area Zero is where it used to live. If we bring it out of its ball now, maybe it'd be able to find his family too, right? That's pretty sensible by your standards, Arven. I don't know. Go on, let me ride on out. Let's see what the answer. Come on, it'll be fine, even if Miraidon can't fight, I protect it. Interesting. Alright, come on. Now we got Miraidon ready, it's time to open the gate. The family reunion is happening. Whoa, no way. No, something is not right. Huh? What's wrong? Are you bummed that your heartwarming family reunion got cut off so quickly? Are you joking? There was nothing heartwarming about it. We were this close to getting caught up in a nasty brawl. Just look at Miraidon, poor thing's terrified. Guess that other one isn't exactly its paw. Yeah, that other Pokemon's giving off some real bad vibes. Not that you should worry anything about any of that. Once we get you back into battle form, I'm sure you're going to be toe to toe against that jerk. If you want to. Sorry, guess that doesn't really help, huh? Do you think that Odo Miraidon was one of the dangerous Pokemon the Professor warned us to watch out for? But didn't the Professor say the dangerous Pokemon come out from inside? You mean from inside the gate we just... We're surrounded. It's pretty obvious they're not here to roll out a friendly welcome mat. There's no way you can handle this many and tell me they're all future Pokemon. We got a little disaster on our hands. Look, even that fellow's ready to bail. Then I guess it's my turn. I've been waiting. Come on. Let's do this together. Iron threads. So if I remember correctly, the steel type Pokemon. It was a ground attack. Whoa, they're strong. Now this is a worthwhile challenge. I'm glad you're on our side, but you're still really annoying when you say stuff like that. Why are they coming at me? Help me out here. So that's a future version of Hariyama, the fighting type Pokemon. This is Iron Hands. Weak against fairy types. Ugh, the future must be terrifying. Oh no, they're running away. Yeah, and? If those Pokemon get out, we're gonna have a gigantic mess on our hand. We gotta go after them, Penny. Wait. Hold on, Nemona. Why do I have to get the feeling you're enjoying all this? I hope the two of them can handle their part. But at least the crowd's been thinned out now. Guess it's up to us to deal with what's left. Let's go for this strong looking one first. Or the normal version of this Pokemon was, I think, Hydreigon and Hypno. Anyway, you find them a lot in Area 0 in Pokemon Scarlet. See? The power of friendship has us perfectly in sync, all thanks to our Titan hunting together. Still scared, huh? You worried you might have to face that other one of your kind? Well then, let me take on some of the burden. These strangles should be nothing, me and my bowstaff here can take them. So, you take your partner there and go take care of business. Glad to see you've got some faith in us at last. My bowstaff can't wait to battle either. Miraidon, you really ruined my childhood, you know? But it's not like seeing you cowering and scared out of your wits makes me feel any better about it. You've got amazing powers, if you just use them, and you got us too, so don't even think about losing to that jerk. Be brave, stand up, and fight. Okay, let's head inside. Really awkward tunnel. Human presence detected within the Zero Lab. Deactivating sleep mode. Hello, thank you for coming. No, back to your ball. Uses master balls. That one is far less traceable and far more aggressive than the one you've traveled with. Your Miraidon fled Area Zero because it lost to the other one in a territorial struggle. I'm afraid that there is something for which I must apologize. I'm not the true Professor Turo. I am an artificial intelligence the Professor created, imbued with his memories and knowledge. In short, I am an AI-powered robot. The real Professor passed away during the incident that destroyed Research Station number 4. The Pokemon was not to be blamed, it was the original Professor who failed to accurately judge its full power. I believe the Professor wanted nothing more than for Miraidon to survive and thrive. That's why he threw himself in front of your Miraidon in an attempt to protect it. But the time I first reached out to Director Clavel and asked to be put in contact with you, I was never more than an IA. The reason I asked you to come to me is because I have one last thing to do here at the Zero Lab, and I desire your help. In short, I wish for you to put a stop to the time machine the original Professor created. Any questions can be addressed as we make our descent. Follow me. The first time I hear that in Pokemon Scarlet, I first thought actually the whole thing with the Professor was that somehow they got stuck in the past and was, I don't know, sending signals from the past, since it was Pokemon Scarlet is based on the past. But yeah, it turned out to be a robot, a really sophisticated robot, which was created with the help with the terrestrial crystals. Oh, wait, what? This elevator will take us down to the lower level. Step inside. It is truly a great relief to me that you came. I will answer any questions you may have. Is there anything you wish to know? An IA is an artificial intelligence created by a human being, and a computer draws on the original professor's knowledge and memories to calculate all of my thoughts and actions. The results of those calculations are expressed by this mechanical body, built to resemble the professor in every way. Humanity does not, in fact, possess the knowledge to develop such a sophisticated IA at present, but the crystals that make up the Zero Lab have made such a thing possible here. They are also why I cannot leave this place. What happened to the real professor? As I explained to you before, the original professor no longer exists. During the destruction of the research station, his physical body received grievous injuries that left it unable to sustain life. I'm afraid that this fact may be difficult for his son Arven to accept. I now manage the Zero Lab in the original professor's place. What is this time machine? The time machine is a device that the original professor and I worked on together. It sends Pokeballs to a different point on the timeline to catch Pokemon there, and it can then draw them back here to the present. When he was alive, Professor Turo had a great fascination with Pokemon from another age, what you might call future Pokemon. Even as we speak, the time machine continues to automatically draw future Pokemon to this time. What is it you really want? The original professor had a dream of a world in which future Pokemon might live alongside present-day Pokemon in harmony, but these Pokemon have gained a strange power due to their adaptations in distant future, and this power has proved too terrible. Their very existence brings destruction to the ecological balance of this current age. The original professor would say that such destruction is a natural part of life. At the present, the barrier around Area Zero is still working to keep the future Pokemon from escaping into the rest of Paldea. But we have begun to see Pokemon appear that can break the barriers, such as iron threads. Eventually they will break free of this walled garden known as Area Zero and run rampant across the Paldea region, and when they do, the rich and varied ecosystem of Paldea will be trampled beneath their coming. I may have been created as a copy of the professor, and yet I cannot seem to find the logic in allowing such a tragedy to occur. But any hope of preventing it would require overcoming the greatest IA that the original professor ever devised. You have become a formidable trainer. Now use the strength you've gained to destroy the dream Turo once cherished. I appreciate your willingness to help. We have reached the lowest level. I think this whole construct structure is in Pokemon based on what you saw in the Violet and same information in Pokemon Scarlet book. Behold, this is the time machine we perfected using the power of the terrestrial phenomenon. To stop the time machine, you will need to use the professor's ID, which has been embedded within the Violet book. It was very like the professor to put the final key we would need in that book of all places. He loved that volume since childhood. If you place the Violet book upon the pedestal here, you will be able to stop the time machine. There is just one issue. If you try to stop the machine, I will most likely attack you. Artificial being that I am, my own desires can be overwritten by the system's programming. Once that happens, I'm afraid I will become no more than a battle machine, bound to defeat anyone identified as an obstacle by my code. My battling abilities are peerless. They are built upon analysis of all the battles carried out by the various champions of Paldea region. Having seen the bond between you and your Pokemon, however, I believe you can prevail. Once you have readied yourself for this fight, please place the Violet book upon the pedestal. So, short recap, I caught all the Pokemon quite early in the game, Pikachu you can also find quite early in the game, but this Pikachu is the mystery gift Pikachu, which has the Terra type flying. And the Salamence I got first on Bagon, and then I got a Shelgon, which is the evolution of Bagon, and then I trained that Shelgon from level 42 to around level 50, where it evolved into Salamence. ID confirmed, Professor Turo. Access granted. Initiating emergency shutdown. Please wait. Please wait. Access denied. Shutdown command overridden. Reinitialization. It is up to you now. IA Turo switching to sleep mode. Activating offenses protocol. Please, defeat me. At last. At last my dreams is within reach. And you're no getting in the way. Oh, the Pokemon are caught in a Master Ball. IA Turo has initiated a battle. Iron Moth, the future version of Volcanado, which is a bug and fire type Pokemon. I don't know who you think you are, but I'm not about to let anyone get in the way of my goals. Maybe fire type? Oh, is it electric? That means ground types. This is the power the distant future holds. Splendid, isn't it? Okay. That's gonna happen. But the future version is electric. So electric attacks do not work on ground type Pokemon. Iron Bundle, that is the future Delibird. That one was ice and flying type, if I remembered correctly. Or ice and steel type. I don't know. We defeated it. Now this is interesting. Chow, do you actually understand future Pokemon? Next one, Iron Thorns. The future version of Tyranitar, which is officially a dragon type Pokemon, and this one I do not have a clue. Probably still a rock type Pokemon. Iron Hands, that was the future Hariyama, which we saw before entering the lab. So Drain Punch is a fighting type attack. Okay, that was not a critical hit, but okay. So it might be, I don't know which type. Anyway, we defeated it. Iron Juggles, we saw that one before. You can catch that in area 0. The future Pokemon of Hydreigon and Hypno. Or Hypno, I'm not sure. Iron Violent. Everything is proceeding within my expectation. I'm afraid the probability of you winning is 0. Ah, that's a future version of Glade. The original Glade is a fighting and psychic type Pokemon. So this one I'm not sure. Maybe fairy type. Because that's a fairy type attack. Do you imagine you can best the wealth of data at my disposal? Data says nothing if you don't know how to use it. There it goes. Great job. Ta-da. Impossible. We actually fried its circuits. Arven. What is this? Did you already beat all the baddies without me? Okay, out with it, you. Who are you really? Thank you for everything. The time machine is finally. He has finally been stopped. You're really not my dad, are you? Oh, look how big you've grown. So proud of you. Sorry, you were alone so long, Arven. Dad? Security system failure. Security system failure. Threat to time machine detected. Threat to time machine detected. Whoa, what's going on now? Is it another army of Pokemon on its way? It cannot be. An obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle. What? Was keeping the time machine running truly all the professor cared about? Blocking all Pokeballs except those registered to Turo's ID. Wait, what? Program initiating. I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. You must run. IA Turo disabled. Paradise Protocol protection initiated. You are not getting in my way. You are challenged by the Paradise Protection Protocol. Miraidon. It's true, a Pokeballs won't work. How are we supposed to battle? Oh, wrong one. Some crazy electrical signal is jamming our Pokeballs. Even I can get them open. Oh, we cannot do anything. That's totally cheating. And you call yourself an adult? Oh, wait. I forgot how it works. This one. Because that Pokeball comes from Professor Turo, so it is not locked. So Miraidon is an electric type Pokemon and dragon. Since wait, oh, we cannot do that. I guess a rock type attack then. It changed into its battle form. Let's go, Miraidon. You got this. You will fall here within this garden paradise and achieve nothing in the end. You will not be allowed to destroy my paradise. Obstacles to my goal will be eliminated. Oh, it knows wild charge. This looks like it could be bad. Hang in there. The data say I'm superior, fall and become a foundation on which my dream may be built. Oh my god, that was hyper beam. You took a hit like a gem. You can do that. I know you can. Okay, we need to save it before it dies. Oh man, can we really not pull over in here? It doesn't look good. Hey, the terror orb's glowing. Miraidon, terrestrialize and finish this off. So he's a dragon and electric type, so that means ground type attacks would be effective, but also because of the dragon type. Dragon type attacks, and Terra Blast takes over the Pokemon type it will terrestrialize in. And dragons are weak against dragon attacks as well as fairy type attacks and ice attacks. Defeated the Paradise Protection Protocol. You did it! It's not going berserk anymore? How very astounding! To think you would manage to defy even the original Professor's final protections. Are you back to normal? Yes, a completely unforeseen outcome, even for an IA possessing the most sophisticated technology ever conceived. Even on the brink of despair, your children did not give in, and instead prove your worthiness, showing the wisdom to think for yourself, the courage to hold faith in your friends, and the fortitude to do what had to be done. No matter how challenging of a future may await you, I believe you will be capable of walking whatever paths you choose for yourselves now, with pride. I thank you. I thank all of you children. But I am afraid that the time machine cannot be put to a complete stop so long as I am here. It appears I, myself, am part of the system that assures the machine reboots when stopped. Huh? What does that mean? I am sorry. You know, when I was watching you all on your adventures from down here, I felt a sense of jealousy. I envied you your freedom, the way that you came together, working in league with your fellows and caring for them. The way that you sought strength and to better yourself, throwing all you are into your battles, the way that you would face down even the greatest enemies to save that which you loved, the way that you never cease to seek nor to fight for a treasure all of your own. And the way that you soared free through the very skies on those wings of yours. I wish that I, too, might be as free as you all, free to seek out that which I might treasure, above all else, not bound. Your very own treasure. As long as I remain here, the time machine will not stop, for I am inextricably connected to it. So I have made a decision. I will use the time machine to journey to the world of the future that I have dreamed of. What? You can't just leave now, right when we finally reach you. I am not going only so that the time machine can be stopped. I also cannot deny my desire to see that future world for myself. Is this what it feels like to have your heart race with the thrill of adventure? Arven, I am sorry that I kept the truth from you for so long. I inherited all the thoughts and wishes of the professor, and so I understand better than any. Your father truly loved you. You can't. You can't just go and say a thing like that now. No, I suppose you're right. I'm sorry. Arven, Miraidon? It is a little sad, but I'm afraid this is goodbye. Dad. Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu. How could you just go? Dad. Arven, you okay, bud? Yeah, somewhere deep down I kind of already knew. I knew that thing was fake, but when it said my name using his voice and wearing his face, even if it was fake, it felt real, you know. And so I just... Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. That's okay. I guess Miraidon is sad too. Oh, but a better form. How cool is that? It's so strong. If it tries to nudge at me for a belly rub while it's huge like this, I seriously think I'm gonna die. Hey now, let's not skip over the big win here. You and Miraidon just saved all of Paldea. That's right. You both did amazing. Thank you. Yeah, that's my bid for you. You know, Arven, even though the professor's gone, I bet he's finally having a real adventure of his own in the future. Yeah. Thanks, Penny. Yeah. Sorry. What should we do now? You said it. Come on, everyone. Let's make our way home. Okay, everybody, listen up. What is it? Let's take the long road home and get a little more fun out of this adventure. I don't really... Sounds great. If we can load up on snacks first, I'm in. Hey, Not you too. Oh, alright, fine. I guess we're doing this.
You see tonight.
So this is the ending of the main story. We're still missing one small part. And during these credits, the song from Ed Sheeran, Celestial, the Pokemon song, is playing. So yeah, and after these credits, you get also the other credits, the black and white, where you see everything. So it just show the standard only. So already thank you for watching. Wish you all well, and see you in the next video. Oh yeah, and most of the time the credits in Pokemon games you cannot skip.